morning everyone. I am Dr. Manoj Kumar NV, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Management Sciences, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. So today we are going to be solve the problem on leasing. So here as previous problem, whatever we solved in that where we are consider the WDV method, but here we are considering a straight line method. And here we have a both buying as well as leasing option. So based on the results, we are going to decide that whether to opt lease or buying option. So the subject entitled Banking and Financial Services, subject code 18 MBFM 301. We are in the unit 4 NBFC's overview. So in that we are solving the problem on leasing. So shall we move into the problem where ABC company is considering to acquire an additional computer to supplement its time share computer services to its clients. It has two options. So as a ABC company, they have a two option. The first option here is to buy. So purchase option. So if you go for purchase the particular computer, it will be fetch a cost of rupees. It will fetch a cost of rupees 22 lakhs. Then the second option is to lease the computer for 3 years from the leasing company for rupees 5,000 as annual lease rent. So annual lease rent they have only given. So annual lease rent amounted to rupees 5 lakhs. Then plus 10% gross time share service revenue. So gross time share service revenue in the sense where whatever the revenue, forecasted revenue which the company is generating, on that futuristic revenue, on that the company need to be add 10% of that revenue to the annual rent. So therefore annual rent, which is including the annual rent of rupees 5 lakhs, plus it is also including a 10% of gross time share service revenue. Then further they given that the agreement also requires an additional payment of rupees 6 lakhs at the end of the third year. So therefore at the end of the third year there is a need of a payment of rupees 6 lakhs. Then lease rents are payable at the year end. So therefore it is a problem on year end lease payment, and the computer reverts to the lessor after the contract period. So once the contract period which is completed, then the computer must need to be reverted to the owner. Then the company estimates that the computer under review will be worth rupees 10 lakhs at the end of third year. So therefore here they estimate that there will be, after the terminated period of the project, the worth of the particular computers will be 10 lakh rupees, and the 3 years forecasted revenue they given. So 3 years revenue here they given that revenue. So they given for 3 years. So the first year revenue they given is 22 lakh 50,000. Then they given 25 lakhs. Then they given 27 lakh 50,000 they given. Then after which they given annual operating cost excluding depreciation. So therefore there is a need of calculating depreciation or lease rent of computer are estimated at rupees 9 lakhs with an additional of 1 lakh for startup and training cost. So therefore here they have a operational cost of rupees 9 lakhs as well as 1 lakh rupees they are, so total it is 10 lakhs. So operating cost they given that other than the depreciation they given that it is 9 lakhs plus 1 lakh startup expenditure. Startup expenditure will be 1 lakh. And the training cost at the beginning of the first year, these costs are to be borne by the lessee. So therefore, whatever the expenditure which is made by lessee, so your company will be borrowed at 16% interest to finance the acquisition of the computer. So means if they go for purchasing the particular computer, then the company must need to go for 16% rate of interest. So here they are not given after tax or before tax, so therefore we have to consider the tax rate for the consideration of interest rate. Then they given the repayments are made according to the following schedule. So where they given the classification of principal amount plus interest and total they given. So therefore here they given for 3 years. So here they given for 3 years. So therefore the principal 1, 2 and 3, and also they given the interest, and we need to take they only given the total also. So then here the principal amount for the first year is 5 lakhs, then it will be 8 lakh 50,000 and 8 lakh 50,000. Then the interest which is allowed is 3 lakh 52,000, then 2 lakh 72,000, then it will be 1 lakh 36,000. So therefore the total also they given. So the total here they given according to the year. So the total of which we can consider as 8 lakh 52,000 and 11 lakh 22,000, then 9 lakh 86,000. So then they also given the further information where the depreciation method they given. So depreciation method here followed is straight line method of depreciation they given. Also the company follow the tax bracket of 50%. So therefore the tax rate they given is 50%. So by using all this information, we have to ascertain and need to be advised that whether to go for purchase decision or whether to go for leasing decision. So hope you must need to be note down all this information, because this information is most important while you are solving the particular problem. So therefore where once again I will repeat, they given the purchase price. So if you want to purchase the computer, then it will be cost 22 lakhs, and when you borrow the particular amount, then it will be fetched 16% interest. 16% interest, they are not mentioned the before tax or after tax. So therefore we need to be consider the tax rate towards calculating the interest. Then annual house lease rent, they given 5 lakhs. Also it will be added with 10% of the gross timeshare revenue. So therefore they given 3 years revenue. So therefore whatever the forecasted revenue for the next 3 years, we have to take a consideration of 10% of which as a addition to the annual lease rent. Also they given the depreciation method. Depreciation method they followed is SLM, and at the end of the third year again we need to make a payment that amount to rupees 6 lakhs, and they given the total operating cost for the particular machine which will be 9 lakhs. Also it have a 1 lakh rupees for the startup prior to the incorporation at the beginning of the year. So you also met 1 lakh rupees as a startup expenses. So both expenses which is met by the lessee, and also they given whatever the principal amount as well as the interest amount which the person need to be make a payment for the particular loan. So therefore the repayment amount also they only given, and the tax bracket they given is 50%. So by using this information we are going to be solve the problem with respect to the feasibility of investment which is more profitable to the owner. So here the PV factors also they given for 8% as well as 16%. So because here when you consider the before tax it is 16%. So therefore when we take a consideration for the present value, then we have to take 1 minus t. So therefore 16 into 0.5. So we are got 0.08 or 8% we need to take a consideration instead of 16% for the calculation. Then we are moving to the first calculation is on the alternative 1. So in the alternative 1 we are going to prefer the borrowing option. So purchase of computer with borrowed fund. So where we need to take 4 columns consisting of particulars and the life of the particular lease is 3 years. So therefore we need to take 1, 2 and 3. So where in the particulars first we need to be write whatever the repayment of principal amount, we have to take a consideration of that. So repayment of principal amount, they only given in the problem that it is amounted to rupees 5 lakhs, 8,50,000. Again it is 8,50,000. Then we have to take the addition. So add interest payable, so they only given the interest payable for the respective 3 years. So the first year is 3,52,000, 2,72,000 and 1,36,000. So the total of which we can consider as total repayment amount, total of repayment year on year, it will be 8 lakh 8,52,000 and 11,22,000 and 9,86,000. Then we need to be less the tax shield on interest. So tax shield on interest payment, so as they given that it is at 50%, tax rate is 50%. So therefore you must need to be charged the tax shield on whatever the total of interest amount. So therefore on interest amount you have to be charged 50% as a tax shield. So that will be amount to rupees 1,76,000, 1,36,000 and 1,68,000. So then we need to less the tax shield from the total repayment. So then it will be amount to rupees 6 lakh 76,000 and 9,86,000 and 9,18,000. So then we need to less the tax shield on depreciation. Tax shield on depreciation. So in the problem they given that they are followed the straight line depreciation method. So therefore you have to create the working note for the calculation of depreciation if you need. Then here only can able to show that one. If you are not using the working note, better you have to do this in the working note. So I will 10 lakh rupees. So therefore the book value which shows that it is 12 lakhs. So therefore based on the book value under SLM method we have a 3 years time period. So therefore we are use the formula for SLM equals the book value cost divided by life. So therefore 12 lakhs divided by 3 years. So we resulted with 4 lakh rupees. So we can resulted with 4 lakh rupees per year as a depreciation. So therefore we are going to be charging for every year. So therefore we have a 3 years. So therefore each year we are going to claim a tax shield on depreciation. So therefore tax shield which is amounted to rupees, which is have a percentage 50% they given tax shield. So therefore the depreciation value is 4 lakhs. So therefore on 4 lakh 50% it is 2 lakh rupees. So therefore we have to be charged 2 lakh rupees as a tax shield for each year on depreciation. So then whatever the resulted value, that is we consider as a net cash. The resulted value should be considered as a net cash outflow. So therefore we need to take difference of this. So therefore 6,76,000 minus this we got 4,76,000 and 7,86,000 and 7,18,000. So after which we need to convert these cash outflow into present value cash outflow. So therefore we have to consider the PV factor. So we should need to be multiply with the PV factor, present value factor at 8%. Here you should be very careful. In the problem they given 16%, but they are not mentioned that it is after tax. So therefore we are consider whatever the tax rate here, we are consider into 0.5. So therefore we are resulted with 8%. So therefore according to 8% PV factor it is 0.926. they only given in the problem, and 0.857 and 0.794. Then we resulted with the present value of cash outflow, present value of cash outflow so present value of cash outflow which will be resulting with 4,40,776, 6,73,602 and 5,70,000 70,092. Then we need to take a consideration of the total of which and need to be less the salvage value towards determine what will be the net present value of total cash flow of all the 3 years. So that we will do it in the next part. So here we have to continue with the same calculation, where we are resulted with the present value of net cash outflow, where we are resulted with 4,40,776 for the first year, and for the second year it is 6,73,602, and for the third year it is 5,70,092. Then after you ascertain the individual year present value, you need to take the total of present value of net cash outflow, where we are going to take the addition. So after the calculation of this for each year, we are going to take the total of the 1 to 3 years total plus 6,73,602 plus 5,70,092. It will be resulted with 16,84,470, from which we need to be less the salvage value. That salvage value we need to be converting to present value of salvage value. So therefore we have to take a consideration of present value of salvage value. So salvage value they given at the end of the third year. At the end of the third year, the value of the asset remaining worth with rupees 10 lakhs, and you can look at the factor table. So in the factor table, which you can able to arrive at the 8% third year, you can notice that it is 0.7 794. When you multiply these two, we are resulted with 7,94,000. So then the present value of net cash outflow resulted with, so you need to be less the salvage value from the total of 16,84,470. So therefore you are resulted with 8,90,470 as a outflow in the leasing option. And even you can show the working note for the depreciation. So in the problem they given that the rate of the depreciation they are not mentioned, but they mention the type of depreciation. So here we are following the SLM, straight line method of depreciation. So therefore first you have to take a consideration as a working note number 1, where we are calculating the amount of depreciation under SLM. So where we need to take the cost of the computer. So cost of computer they given is, it is 22 lakhs. So from that you have to be less estimated value at the end of third year. Estimated end value at third year. They only given that the remaining value of the particular computers at the end of the third year is 10 lakh rupees. So therefore actual worth for the 3 years, the value of the particular computer for 3 years become 12 lakhs. So 12 lakhs become a balance. So on this balance you need to be charged the depreciation. So therefore while calculating a depreciation under SLM, when they are not given the percentage, we are going to be use the formula, that is the investment for the machine divided by estimated or expected life. So investment here is 12 lakhs and it's for 3 years. So therefore the depreciation which is resulted with 4 lakh rupees per year. So in alternative 2, where we have a lease the computer, where in the second option again we have to take a 3 years format. So take a particulars and 1, 2 and 3 years. So we taken 3 years format. So here first we have to take the lease rent. They only given in the problem, that is 5 lakh rupees for each year. Then we have to add 10% on gross time share service revenue. So share service revenue, for the forecasted revenue they given in the problem, on that we have to charge 10%. So in the problem they given that the revenue estimated revenue for the first year is 22,50,000. On that, if we charge 10%, it is 2,25,000. And the second year they given 25 lakhs, so therefore on that 10% it is 2,50,000. And in the third year it is 27,50,000, so therefore 2,75,000. So then we have to take the lump sum value, which is lump sum payment at the end of third year. So means they given in the problem, at the end of the third year we have to pay 6 lakh rupees. So therefore that is also a outflow in the rental. So then we are going to take the total and consider it to be a total payment. Total payment for the respective years. So 7,25,000, 7,50,000, 13,75,000. Then we are going to less the tax shield. So here the tax shield which is applicable on whatever the amount which we are going to pay as a total payment. So therefore on which we are going to be calculating the tax shield at 50%. So therefore on this we are required to charge 50%. So that is 3,62,500 and 3,75,000, and it is 6,87,500. Then we need to be less this value and remain with the same, because it's a 50%. So therefore we are remain with the same 3,62,500 and 3,75,000 and 6,87,500, and consider as a net cash outflow. Then once you calculate the net cash outflow, you have to be convert that into PV factor. So PV factor here we are going to take at 8%. So 8% they only given, it is 0.926, 0.857 and 0.794. So you just need a multiplication of net cash outflow into a PV factor, and you are going to be resulted with the net cash outflows, that is 35,675 and 3,21,375. Then it is 5,45,875. So then you are going to take the total. After this calculation, you have to take this we call it as present value of net cash outflow. Then you have to take the total of present value of net cash outflow. So where you are going to take the total of 3,35,675 plus 3,21,375 plus 5,45,875 45,875. So when we take the total of this, then it amounted to rupees 12 lakh 2,925. In the previous result, where the net cash outflow in the purchase option, the net cash outflow is, so in the purchase option we are resulted the outflow, present value of net cash outflow, which is resulted 8,90,470, but in under lease we are resulted 12 lakhs 2,925. So therefore for the company it is better to choose the purchase option rather than they are preferred with the leasing option, because the lease option which will fetch more cost to the firm. So therefore it is better to go for purchase of computer. So hope you understand this problem. Thank you for listening. Thank you one and all.